so much to learn, keep learning from him, then you create a different life. Thank you. Nithyananda.
Hi, my name is Bharat. My wife is Kalpana. We are from Seattle, Washington. So one of the beautiful technique which Swamiji talked about. I mean, I'll tell you my exact feeling. We went in 2012. I went in 2012 for one of the inner awakenings. Swamiji brought up this new concept called completion. At the time, I was really, Swamiji, what is this theory, Swamiji? I want some meditation, something like that. I felt myself. Okay, I couldn't really experience what exactly is completion. So then afterwards, when I came to Dallas, I was actually trying to contemplate, and one of my colleagues, Bhagwan Reddy, he helped me in understanding the completion. So then I actually helped a few people in trying to understand completion. When they really complete, they really feel very gratitude. I mean, so from that space, understand that space and see how the things are, that actually helps us in the family also. So basically, when someone is going through a little bit of highs and lows, we understand from which space they are coming from. So we know that they need to be complete, but we also need to be caring and trying to understand from which context they are coming. So for kids, in case of kids, we need to listen to the kids, what they are talking, and also give them the right cognitions. For example, if I have been in the outside world, I wouldn't have told my kid, come to temple, all these things. Maybe once in a while I would have told them, but because I am going, she sees me that I am going every day. She sees me, I am putting basma. She is seeing that I am putting rudraksha. So she has some cognition about, unknowingly or knowingly, cognition will be there in the chain. And for example, today I was doing some yoga. So she sees me that I am doing yoga. And when I do it, automatically they will also catch the thread. And one day, maybe not today or tomorrow, but one day they will catch it and they will implement that in their life. So that's how only when we do ourselves, kids also catch that, try to explain. And also I will try to guide her whenever she is going through different situations. I'll ask her, I'll make sure she understands what I'm talking. I'll tell in terms of examples so that she understands the concept of completion and integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enrichment. So, I mean, they really help us and move us in a great way towards achieving to higher states of consciousness. You might want to add something.
Yes. On the same topic, completion, and how being in the Sangha, being with Swamiji, Paramahamsa Nithyananda, how it is helping her also. We have an 8-year-old daughter. Completion helped me reduce my anger. You know, as when she was like 2.5 years old, I used to get upset with my expectations, and she is not behaving the same way. That learning the completion process helped me understand and catch my anger before I really burst out on her, very young child. That helped me, and I could resolve my issues. And additionally, she also attended IA Inner Awakening with Swamiji, and she was 4 years old. I am really surprised how the blessings of the divine, right? So she was able to be there when she was 4 years old. That is definitely a big blessing. And we also saw that how she was very shy and calm before, and after that she kind of in all her dimensions she started developing, growing, and we feel happy for that. And growing, she's growing in the Sangha, definitely. And a lot of other parents tell me, saying that she is so good, so patient, so understanding and accommodating. And I really feel all these is coming up along with the ambience we are in. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Ma Nithya Nithyananda, and I'm from Seattle. I'm a Tanadar at the temple and a volunteer. I want to express my gratitude for Nithyananda. He has led me to a place where I can express his teachings in my being, and I can now assist humanity to raise themselves to their highest level of consciousness as I continue to evolve through his teachings. Thank you.
Doing the Pada Puja with him in the morning is something very special, very unique. You know, being in his breathing space and being so close, just the radiance. You know, I did it on Chitra Purnima, and the radiance emanating from him is something that you could see it on the camera a little bit, even during two-way, you know, satsang. But being actually physically in his presence, it's just like almost like moon rays. It's so bright, but it's so calm and gentle. It's really indescribable.
Hello everyone, this is Nandini and I'm from Seattle, Washington. I basically wanted to share a few of my experiences on why I want to follow Nithyananda. One such experience is when I did Pratyaksha Pada Puja at Bangalore Viditi to Swamiji. Everybody gets an opportunity to talk to Swamiji after they do the Pada Puja, and I had a lot of questions to ask him during that time. I went there, he was right in front of me, and he asked me what I want. And even though I had a lot of questions, at that moment, I felt like I had everything and I didn't have anything that I want to ask him, because I felt really fulfilled at that moment. And when he asked that question, I also had that intense feeling that anything that I asked this person who is in front of me, he would be able to grant it to me at that moment itself. So I had that kind of a connection and confidence right at that moment, even though it was the very first meeting that I had with Swamiji. So that was an amazing experience, and this is one specific reason why I follow Nithyananda. Thank you.
But I wanted to share this amazing miracle that happened yesterday. I had asked Swamiji in Pratyaksha Pada Puja on the second day to help me. I started this business in 2009 because of Swamiji's blessings, but I also work part-time as an engineer at a national lab. And it's very difficult building the business, being a mom, and trying to work. And so I asked Swamiji in the Pada Puja to help me make money in the business so that I could retire from my engineering job. And then two days ago in the morning, I got a text from work that they offered an early retirement package, and I qualify, and so I found out I could have 17 days of pay, 17 weeks of pay, so I could take early retirement. And so I'm going to retire June 13th. So Swamiji works really fast. And then I'm going to work full-time on my business, and I'm going to start with doing an internet radio program, and my goal is to enrich 100,000 people on the Vedic principles and talking about yoga and Ayurveda. And so I can do this full-time because Swamiji created this huge banquet for me to just, how could I say no to early retirement and getting paid. And it's an amazing blessing, and I'm still in shock. So I know it's a miracle. This is what I wanted to.
I'm a Hindu, but I had no idea about the puja rituals and the sacred Rudra Abhishek rituals that we were requested to do in the mornings. A rebel in me had to be overcome by total will persistence, and it helped because I didn't manage to miss a single puja day. However, what I noticed was that it's not a routine puja. Even while you're doing the puja, there are little occurrences either with you or around you that can really annoy you, nag you, and it doesn't help you to have an enjoyable, wonderful experience. And with Swamiji's grace, I had a breakthrough 2 days ago and managed to create a space within me about Sadashivatvam where I said to myself, no matter what, I am going to have a wonderful puja experience every single day with integrity, with deep reverence and devotion to Swamiji, our Guru, and Sadashiva himself. It's been 2 days. Everything has unfolded so beautifully, and I would love to continue this magical entangle of puja every single day.
This is Beilin Gao. I from Norway. 27th of July, I did group puja. In this puja, we allowed to write 4 family members. So I write down my husband name and my parents to pray healthy. Around 2 o'clock in the morning, puja is finished in Norwegian time. Then after 5 hours, we eating breakfast and we go to work. But before we eating breakfast, my husband used to take some medicines and using spray to his nose and drop his eyes because he is very seriously for allergy. He is nearly 30 years. And if he don't use that, he is painful. His eyes couldn't open, and nose is bleeding sometimes. Using this medicine also over 1 year and couldn't stop. But just the same days, in that morning before breakfast, he didn't doing the same action. I'm very surprised in that time because he is a Norwegian. I didn't tell him I did puja for him, and I also didn't ask. So we just go to job. After we go back home, and in the evening we have a free talking. I asked him, today you forgot using your medicine for your allergy for your nose and eyes. He said yes. Today morning, when I wake up, I suddenly decided myself I don't want using my medicine. So whole day I didn't feeling unwell. It's quite well. So I quit it. In my mind, I think, wow, this must be Swamiji did, and strongly recommend everybody to participate in the ritual in the Swamiji of us to get blessing. Nithyananda.
Nithyanandam. So thank you for being here. Today is going to be a very short but straight to the point video, and I'm here with my father. And the topic of the video is why I follow Nithyananda Swamiji. So before I ask him the question, I just want to mention briefly, for those who don't know, that my mother is the one who connected to Swamiji first in 2010, if I remember correctly, so for about 10 years now. Then my brother felt the connection and actually decided to pursue the lifestyle of sannyas. In 2016, I felt the inner calling directly from Swamiji, and I went to my first program. And then a few months later, also in 2016, my father attended his first program. So now the question is, why do you follow Swamiji, Nithyananda?
Yes. The fact is, in 2016, I was the latecomer of the family to Swamiji. And I had decided to participate myself, with other members of the family being there, to participate in the inner awakening called Paramashivoham 2016. During this inner awakening, Swamiji was conducting different meditations, and something happened during one of them. Very simply, the story is very simple. We were all together, sitting close to each other, and he said, if you see your neighbor not fully awake, you can have your eyes open, you can have your eyes closed, but if you see your neighbor is a bit weak at that level, wake him up. So it started, and I'm one of those who prefers to have the eyes closed. So I was very, very aware, fully aware, following really what was going on. And all of a sudden, on my right knee, just above my right knee, I feel a very strong grip, like something catching me like that. I said, oh boy. I had the eyes closed, and I said, oh boy, my neighbor thinks I'm falling asleep. So, yes, that's what Antira laughs. And I opened my eyes and looked at him, and no, he was looking straight ahead. He had the eyes opened. So we finished the meditation, and at the end, I look at him and I said, oh, you thought I was falling asleep. He looks at me quite surprised, and he says, oh, no? I said, come on, you had a firm grip on my knee. He said, I didn't touch you, I swear it. And I was very puzzled. What was that? So the day ends up, we're going back to the hotel, and at the time I was going to bed, I was checking my legs, and I look at my right knee, which had been for years.
Nithyananda, welcome back to all the viewers. Let's get started. Let's get ready for the Bhava Samadhi Darshan preparation. Let's move. Now, let's get ready, take a few minutes and prepare ourselves for the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of Devi Parashakti, which will be graced with live at 10 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Let's now begin understanding what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. The next slide, please. Yes, and there's a beautiful Shastra Pramana from the Malini Vijayottara Tantra. Understand that Bhava Samadhi Darshan is not an event in space and time. Rather, darshan happens at the exact moment when we are lifted out of space and time. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. Yes, we can move on. Bhava is defined as directing and activating the emotional and spiritual energy that is created through the meditation on the avatar. And the brain neurons mirror, activate, and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing, and without the physical act of imitation, without you needing to do anything exactly. That is, our entire body silently, without movement, recreates what is happening distances far away. The science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan knows no distance. It's a phenomenon modern science is today just discovering, called quantum tunneling. And that means that our entire body is literally in tune with the darshan which is happening. And this means that our thoughts per second reduces significantly, and we relax into the space beyond thoughts or thoughtlessness, becoming mentally at ease in coexisting dimensions beyond duality. We and the divine become one, unconditioned by the parameters of time and space. And this is a scientific phenomenon, even that Einstein, one of the most genius minds of the scientific field, had seen as well. The next slide, please. Now, if you can understand, the quantum tunneling science is the probability of a quantum particle like an electron with the less kinetic energy to cross over the potential energy of an energy barrier. An electron acts both as a wave and a particle. And imagine a scenario: what happens when an electron with less kinetic energy is approaching a hill? Will the electron be able to cross over the potential energy or the peak of the hill? And just by this very simple example, you can understand what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. As a particle, the electron will require higher kinetic energy to cross over the potential energy of the hill, or it will roll back. And that is the science of quantum tunneling. The same science is imposed on people who witness the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. And this is because our neurons are able to mirror the neurons of the divine immediately through quantum tunneling. We are able to travel through divine energy and mirror the exact same neurons. The next slide, please. Yes. Now let us enter into the exact science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan and all the different references from the sacred scriptures. First, when Bhagavan Sri Krishna described the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, he said, when Krishna once saw his own extraordinary sweetness reflected in the jeweled wall, he was amazed and said, how unprecedented and astonishing is this deep and indescribable sweetness of mine. Alas, when I see it, even I become greedy to enjoy its sweetness, just like Radhika. When I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it, but I can't. After due consideration, I find the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika. This is from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. The next slide, please. We can go on to the next slide. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is the science of Nijavatara, manifesting Paramashiva, the consciousness, expressing the being of Paramashiva through the Divya Sarira and manifesting as Nijavatara, physical form or the embodied form for us to experience Paramashiva. And the next slide, please. Yeah. So here we have the Shastra Pramana from the Malini Vijayottara Tantra, which I'll now be chanting. Katana Shakti Padatva Yadva Padavalokanat Prasadhat Svaguru Samyak Prapyate Paramam Padam. And it literally means, by the enlightening teachings of the Guru Katana, by the Shakti Pada, the graceful transformation of those spiritual powers, by looking at the sacred feet of the Guru, or by the complete loving favor of the Guru Prasad, the ultimate goal and space, Paramapadam, is attained. Yes, let's go on to the next slide. As an example, Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Raja Rajeshwari and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form, Devi Meenakshi. The next slide, please. And Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses through the being of Subramanya and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form of Bhagavan Muruga. And Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses the being of Arunagiri Yogeshwara and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. Finally, we have the example of Bhagavan Parandhama expressing the being of Mahavishnu and manifesting as Nijavatara, the physical form of Bhagavan Venkateshwara. And the Archavatara, the deity, reflects the consciousness and manifestation of the superconscious energy. But human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatar directly. The avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and create experience of superconscious energy inside of all of us. And when we have the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of the Nijavatara, manifesting beings of various dimensions of Paramashiva, the auspicious components and the powerfulness of those dimensions of Paramashiva are awakened inside of all of us. The dimension of Paramashiva manifesting in the Nijavatara, for us to experience the same, is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Yes, we can go on. And Bhava Samadhi Darshan is literally the experience of costless bliss, going beyond space and time. And during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our being comes alive and celebrates the energy wave of existence itself. The next slide, please. Our very muscles learn to imbibe and radiate Paramashiva, and Bhava Samadhi Darshan is like a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. And even without much effort from our side, our very biomemory awakens to the space of Paramashiva, ultimate consciousness during Bhava Samadhi Darshan. And to have a glimpse of having the darshan of an avatar cleanses the lifetimes of karmas and creates a deep and lasting transformation inside of all of us. And what exactly is the space that you can have to receive the divine darshan of Devi Parashakti? Gratitude. Gratitude enables the reflection of consciousness on all levels, physical, psychological, and ultimately conscious level. Darshan meditation as the preparation helps us fall into the place and space of gratitude, and it is during this time we drop conscious resolutions, satya sankalpa of anything we want or need in our life, and be ready to reflect the consciousness of Paramashiva. And that is ultimately all you need to manifest the best for your life and the life of others around you. Yes. Now, just take a few minutes and let's meditate on the right context to receive the darshan. You have to consciously decide, I know you are the source of everything. You are everything, and you are in the embodied form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and you are in this body. You are the source for both. Let me connect with you. Let you reveal yourself to me, and let me be in the Bhava Samadhi darshan of you. Yes. So now we're coming to a conclusion of this preparation for the Bhava Samadhi darshan, and we'll be entering into the very sacred space and chanting the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra. So take a few minutes right now and set up for the Panchopachara Puja. You can gather the sandalwood paste, the flowers, incense, lamp, and the food offering, and have all of these ready for the Panchopachara Puja, which will be happening upon the very darshan of Devi Parashakti. So with this, we're now coming to a conclusion of this segment. We'll be entering into the next segments of today's program and eagerly approaching the darshan of Devi Parashakti. So once again, just take a few minutes to set up for the Panchopachara Puja, and we'll now be beginning the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra. Now take a few minutes and relax completely. Leave all of your burdens, your stress, your thoughts that are going on outside of you completely and unclutched from that. Let us relax entirely as we enter into the next segment of today's program, the very most important segment where we'll be entering into the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra. let us sit in a very deep and receiving space to receive the darshan of Devi Parashakti. We are entering into the next Paramashivoham mantra. Take a few minutes now and get prepared as much as possible. Make sure that for the next 1.5 hours, you're not needing to get up. Don't get distracted by your phone. Involve completely in this sacred experience so that you can have the transformation that you are awaiting in your lifetime. We'll now be entering into the Paramashivoham mantra. Unclutch from all the thoughts that are happening inside of you. Sit in a deep receptive space and let's get ready for the Paramashivoham mantra.
Let us all now enter into the Paramashivoham mantra. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has blessed the Paramashivoham mantra as an initiation, the Diksha that transmits energy, Shakti, experience and powers in the form of sacred mantras. Just like how the avatar transmits Shakti just by a look, Nayana Diksha, or touch, Sparsha Diksha, similarly the avatar births himself as the mantra which encompasses all his Shaktis, energies, and transmits those Shaktis to the devotees. Anyone to whom this mantra is chanted from the space of oneness and deep restful awareness, that person is bestowed with health and well-being, wealth, abundance and prosperity, love and fulfilling relationships, enormous growth and success in business, job and finances, a complete and a fulfilled life manifest without any types of doshas, sins, evil eyes or obstacles leading to a long, healthy and a blissful life. Today, Kailasa's Department of Human Services and Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship is offering the Paramashivoham mantra prayer service on behalf of each and every one of you. With the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we are going to be offering the Paramashivoham mantra prayer service on behalf of each and every one of you to Parashakti, manifesting, embodying herself in the Nija avatar of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let us now get ready to enter into the Paramashivoham mantra. Today, we are going to be offering the Paramashivoham mantra for the following benefits. We'll also be reading out the meaning so you all can comprehend, assimilate, and enjoy the Paramashivoham mantra. We are going to be offering the Paramashivoham mantra today for all of you to be healed of stress and anxiety, for any kind of insecurities in you to be completely healed. We are going to be offering the Paramashivoham mantra for all of you to experience completion in and fulfillment in all your relationship aspects, for each and every one of you to be healed out of any physiological, psychological, neurological or physical disorders. We are offering our prayers, Devi Parashakti, manifesting the form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, to bless and heal all of you out of any addictions, moving out of depression, moving out of pain patterns, improved career and healing in relationships with spouse, family and profession, breakthrough in wealth dimension, protection for children that were orphaned during the pandemic, protection from natural calamities, protection from lost wages, breakthrough in creativity, increase inspiration, solution to any problem for you all to move out of debt, experience increase energy and vitality, for all of you to experience completion with your biological mother, for you all to experience healing from all insecurities, protection from any direct or indirect effects of the pandemic, for the leadership consciousness to be awakened, healing from any genetic or inherited disorder, experiencing completion in your muscle memory and biomemory,
experiencing completion with the biological mother, and experiencing feeling connection with the cosmic mother. We are going to be offering our prayers so that you can awaken the divine feminine consciousness in you. And we are also praying for the grace, blessings, and protection of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to always be with you. Now let's enter into the Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. I surrender to that Sadguru who is eternal bliss, the bestower of the supreme happiness, the one whose embodiment of wisdom beyond duality, who is omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is giving the enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure, and unshakable, who is a silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond emotions, who is without the three qualities called Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. You make a conscious resolution. The presence of the avatar, power of Sankalpa itself will deliver the experience and manifest your reality. Om Mamo Pata Samasta Duridakshaya Dvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityasam. I am taking this conscious resolution today for destroying all my karmas and sins and in order to please Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya. Who is the God of all gods? Who is the greatest of gods? The Lord of universes and multiverses. Who is the Lord of the cosmos? Sakala Jagat Srishti Sthiti Samhara Tirobhava Anugrahakya Panchakritya Parayanasya. The one who does the cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. Adimadhyantaraitasya Aprameya Parakramasya Tattvartha Gocharasya. The one who is the beginning, middle, and end. The one who is immeasurable. Akara Ukara Makaratmaka Pranavaatmakasya Vrishabharudhasya Mahadevasya Kamikadivatulanta Mahatantrakya Shaivagama Swarupasya Sakalanikama Swarupasya Shuddhadvaita Shaiva Swarupasya Nityananda Padastasya Nityananda Swarupasya Shuddha Satchidananda Vigrahasya Rupa Rupatitasya Sakala Nishkala Swarupasya Nitya Niranjana Niramaya Nirvikara Akhandadi Visheshanasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiv Avatara Bhutasya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Cha Prityartham Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Paradhe Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasvatamanvantare Ashtavinshati Tame Nitya Yuge Pratame Pade Jambho Dvipe Bharatavarshे Bharatkhande मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये शुभनाम संवत्सरे शुभायने शुभऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकरण एवं गुणविशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ. During this auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharata Varsha, in the Indian subcontinent called Bharata Khanda, in the southern side of the Mount Meru, in the Shaka era,
during the auspicious year, which is one of the set of 60 years, which is in practice of which Prabhava is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, on the auspicious Tithi, on the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga, and auspicious Karana, during such an auspicious moment, Adi Kailase, Kalpavrikshasya Daha, Nithyananda Nagare, Smrita Smritana, Muktidayake, Mahakshetre.
Now we request all the participants, whether you're offering this mantra for yourself or for someone else. If you're offering for a meal, kindly chant the meal names now. Namadheyasya. Now we request all the participants, whether you're offering this mantra for yourself or for someone else. If you're offering this for a female, kindly chant the female names now. Namnyaha cha yajamana namavayoho saha kutumbhanam bandhuvarganam dayadivarganam mitravarganam sodaravarganam samesham. For all those who are participants who send me with their families, relatives, inheritors, friends, brothers and everyone, sarvabhishtasthyatam sarvamangalavapyartam uttarottaranavachinna sthiralakshmi praptyartam. Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken flow and steady flow of abundance, prosperity and wealth. Kutumbe sarvesham sarvabhishtasthyatam chintitam manoratavaptyartam. Let the family always have all kinds of auspiciousness and anything which is desired be fulfilled. Samesham adhivyadhinivrityartam samesham chiradipada Vidyamananam sameshu angeshu janita janishyamana sakala vidha nana vidharoganam vyapohartam tadvara rogadridagadravaposidhyatam. Let all the chronic diseases be healed. Let all kind of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in various parts of the bodies, be healed. Let a strong, diseaseless, healthy, handsome and graceful body be obtained. Samesham paraikatribhischa krutakarishyamana sakala vidha mantra tantra yantra vishachurna abhichara stambhana marana uchchatana vidveshana vashikarana adi mantrika prayogebhyaha rakshana praptyartham tadvara samesham sarvabhishta siddhyartham. Let protection be obtained from all the evil effects of the acts performed by people, either in the past or yet to be performed in the future, through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous pills, employing spells for malevolent purposes like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting, diarrhea, upsetting and ruining the health, poisoning, hypnotizing, etc. Apamrityu dosh nivrityartham kala mrityu akala mrityu durmrityu nivrityartham. Let all the doshas, ill effects related death like death, time death, unnatural death and fatal death be removed. Samesham antashatru, bahi shatru, krura shatru, vyapara shatru, anukula shatru, pratikula shatru, ityadi sakala vida shatru bhada nivrityartham. Let all the effects of inner enemies, outer enemies, fears enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good and enemies who work against our well-being be removed. Samesham antar drishti, bahi drishti, krura drishti, vyapara drishti, anukula drishti, pratikula drishti, ityadi sakala vida drashta dosh nivrityartham. Let all the effects of evil eyes performed by known and unknown sources, effects of cruelty, filled eyes, evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are well-wishers, and effects of the evil eyes of the people who are against our well-being be removed. Samesham antashatru, bahi shatru, krura shatru, vyapara shatru, anukula shatru, pratikula shatru, ityadi sakala vida shatru bhada nivrityartham. Samesham matrusapadi sakala vida shapanam vyapohanartham. Let the effects of all the sources right from the mother be removed. Anadi avidya vasanaya pravartamane asmin mahati samsara chakre vichitra bihi karma gati bihi vichitrasu yonishu punah punaha anekada janitva. From time immemorial, due to ignorance, we get caught in the vast cycle of birth and death due to the effects of our action. We take birth again and again in various bodies, which is quite strange. Kenapi punya karma visheshena bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya parimitaya kripaya idanintana manushya janma praptavatam. Yet, due to some good action with the extreme and immeasurable compassion and grace of Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body. Samesha vihajan जन्मनि पूर्वजन्मनि जन्म जन्मान्तरेषु सर्वैः कृतानां शिवनिन्दा देवी निन्दा गुरुनिन्दा दोषव्यपोहार्थं शिवापराध देव्यपराध गुरुवपराध दोषव्यपोहार्थं any kind of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru in the present birth, past birth or any of the births be removed. Any kind of crimes or offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru be removed. Brahma Hatya Surapana Swarnasteya Guru Talpa Gavana Tatsansargakya Pancha Mahapatakadi Samasta Papa Yatirikata. Let the 5 great sins like killing a Brahmin, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with Guru's wife, one's own mother, elder sister and other such motherly figures and associating with those people who have committed one of the above mentioned sins be removed. Apicha sarve balye vayasi kaumare yauvane vardhake cha. Let all the karmic effects of action done as a child, adolescent, youth and as an old age person, jagrat, swapna, sushupti, avasthasu. Let all the karmic effects of action done in wakeful dream or deep sleep state, karmendriya, jnanendriya, vyaparaihi, sambhavitanam. Let all the sins done through the karmendriyas, that is the 5 organs which perform actions like hands, feet, excreting and reproductive organs, and jnanendriyas, that is the 5 organs which receive information like ears, eyes, nose, tongue and skin. Rahasyakritanam, prakashakritanam, atipatakanam, upapatakanam, sankalikarananam, malinikarananam, apatrikarananam, jati bhramshakanam, prakinitanam, evam navanam, navavidhanam, bahunam, bahuvidhanam, sarvesham papanam, sadhyaha. Let the sins which are done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins, minor of the minor sins, multiple sins, sin like raping a woman, unjustifiable sins, sin of destroying caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 sins and 9 types of sins, more sins and more types of sins, we would immediately and instantly. Apanodana dvara, samasta mangala praptyatam, Shiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti, Guru Bhakti, Siddhartam, Paramashivatva, Paramashiva Sthiti, Paramashiva Shakti Siddhartam. Through the removal of sins, let us be showered with all auspiciousness. Let Paramashiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti and Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva and powers of Paramashiva be obtained. Kutumbe Sarvada Sanmangala Praptyartam, Anyonya Prema Viruddhyartam, Purnatva Siddhartam. Let the whole family always be showered with all auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all people. Let completion happen and let all the mishaps be removed. Kshiprarogya-vaptyatam, ayurvriddhyatam, purnatva siddhyatam. Let healthy body be obtained instantly and immediately. Let longevity be bestowed. व्यापारे उद्योगे च सर्वजनवशीकरणार्थं तद्वारा उन्नतोन्नतस्थान प्राप्त्यर्थं. Let your charisma impress everyone in business and job, and through that let you attain the best of the best position. बहुधन सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थं गृह कनक पशुपुत्र पौत्र धन धान्य सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थं. Let extremely wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in the form of house, gold, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, grains, and all the comforts related to worldly life. Adityadinam navanam grahanam dosha pida nivaranartham. Adityadinam navanam grahanam anukulyata siddhyatam. Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed, and let all auspiciousness be bestowed by the grace of all the 9 planets. Bhumyantarikshe vidyamana bhuta preta pishacha rakshasa brahma rakshasa vetala kushmanda Dakini, Shakini, Ityadi, Sarvarishta Nivaranartham. Let all the evil effects of the cause of calamities on planet Earth, the evil effects of various demonic beings like Bhuta, Preta, dead people, Pishacha, demon, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, Vetala, ghost, Kushmanda, class of demons, Dakini, little devil, Shakini, kind of female demon be removed. Manovyakulata Nivaranartham. Let the mental confusion and worry be removed. Prarabdhe Karmani, Karishyamane Karmani, Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika Vigna Nivaranartham. Let all the obstacles be removed with regard to action done or going to be done relating to God, world and spirituality. Sarana Nivaranartham, Dhana Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi, Saubhagya Lakshmi, Vidya Lakshmi, Shaurya Lakshmi, Veerya Lakshmi, Vijay Lakshmi, Ityadi Asha Lakshmi, Paripurna Kripa Katasha Siddhyatam. Let all the loans be removed. Let all the Asha Lakshmis like Dhana Lakshmi, wealth, Dhanya Lakshmi, food and grains, Santana Lakshmi, offspring, Saubhagya Lakshmi, fortune, Vidya Lakshmi, knowledge, Shaurya Lakshmi, bravery, Veerya Lakshmi, heroism, Vijay Lakshmi, success be showered upon. Parikshashu Unnatastane Vijaya Praptyatam Sarva Vidya Parangata Siddhyatam Veda Shakti Grahana Shakti Abhivriddhyatam. Let the top rank be obtained in the examination. Let all the excellence be acquired in all fields of knowledge. Let the memory power, understanding ability be increased. Ityadi Sakala Vida Sanmangalani Guru Kripa Katakshana Siddhyatam. By the grace of Guru, let all the above auspiciousness be showered upon. Shri Kailasa Natadvadashanta Shamala Pita Rudha Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhina Swarupa Parashya Putra Ratna Kumara, the one who is no different from Meenakshi Sundareshwara, the most beloved son of Paramashiva, the young boy, Guru Manyatulyavatara, Shri Parvati, Stanyapana Labda Divya Jnana Vishruta, Sakala Nigama, Gomasara Buddha, Dravida Veda Pravartre, the young boy who's a gem among gurus and unequaled avatar, the one who received the enlightenment by drinking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, the author of the famous Dravida Veda, which is the essence of all Vedas and Agamas. Srimad Paramashiva Karuna Samadhikata Mukta Majadrashayana Giyamana Chatra Chamara Shichinna Kahada Samaste Bradavali Lankata Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti.
The one adorned by the quadrangular palanquin made of pearl, received by the grace of Paramashiva, adorned by musical instruments, umbrella, chamaram, sacred symbols of worship, etc., adorned by the hymns of praises, the one who has won the whole world by his enlightenment and the signs of enlightenment and been accepted by all kings as supreme ruler.
Sarvajana Sangha Satyo Nirvana Diksha Vyapa Varga Varsha Vishrana Jimuta Paramata Kalabhake Sari, the shower of Videha Mukti and immutable state of enlightenment immediately by Nirvana Diksha to all people, the one who creates this protecting leader, the roaring lion and trumpeting young elephant for other religions, Shaiva Siddhanta Sthapanacharya, Shri Raja Diraja Pandya Maharaj, Guru Chapana Shakyadi Mahandakar Nivarana Jnana Bhanu, Vikshara Narhara Tujochedana Purvaka Srimad Rishabhadvaja Stapaka Shaiva Samaya Kadre, the Acharya who established Shaiva Siddhanta, the Rajaguru, the Pandya king, who was the supreme kings of all kings, the Guru was also the Pandya king, the supreme kings of all kings, the enlightening sun that removes utter darkness of delusion, the one who installed the Rishabha like the creator and reviver of Shaivism, Sarvagya Pita, Ruda Shri Jagat Guru, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Vagisha Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swami Nam, Avatar Bhuta Shri Jnana Sambandha Swami Punaradita Shamala Pita Sarvagya Pita Trinavati Tirishitama Guru Mahasanidhana, the one who is the ruler of Sarvagya Pita, the seat of omniscience, the avatar of such above mentioned attributes, the Guru of the whole world, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Apar Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swami, who the ruler of kingdom of enlightenment, the Shamala Pita Mahasamastana, which was revived by Jnana Sambandha Swami, who the one who ascended the Shamala Pita Sarvagya Pita as the 293rd Guru Mahasanidhana Pontiff. Arunagiri Yogeshwara Paramparaga Arunachala Sarvagya Pita Guru Mahasannidhana, Kailasa Paramparaga Kanchi Kailasa Sarvagya Pita Trinvatitara Dushtama Guru Mahasannidhana, Nityotsava Nityamangala Nitya Kalyana Nityarajita Kaila Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Pita Mahasamastana Mahasimhasana Pita Kartre, the creator of the Nithyananda Pita Mahasamastana Mahasimhasana Pita is celebrating auspicious festival and having the attractive energy of enriching Sakshat Shri Paramashivoham Bhuta Kailasa Paramparagata Vaivasata Manukshakari Chandra Bhagirata Shri Ramachandra Shurasena Ityajana Vachana Sarvabhauma Chakrati Paramparagata Chatushrishti Yogini Mandita Chatushrishti Sampradaya Pravartaka Manudharma Shasana Suryamsha Prapta Sarvajna Pita Sarangi Samraja Murdha Abhishekta Chudamani Sakshat Shri Paramashivoham Bhuta Kapila Mahaguru Punaruddhrita Mahanirvani Pita Ashtotra Sahasra Shri Mahamandaleshwara, the 1000th Shri Mahamandaleshwara of Mahanirvani Pita established by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself and revived by sage Kapila. Sakshat Shri Paramashiva Simhasana Abhishekta Samastaganayaka Shri Mahaganapati Samarambha Navachina Pitadishwara Guru Parampara Prapta Atla Pita Ashtotra Sahasra Ashtotra Sahasra Shri Atla Pitadishwara, the 1008 Shri Atla Pitadishwara of Atla Pita, which is an unbroken lineage of pontiffs starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who is the leader of the Ganas, who was coronated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself. Dharma Mukti Sargapura Swarna Pita Trayo Vimsha Guru Mahasannidhana, Kailasa Paramparagata Adipita Sarvagya Pita Jagat Guru, Shri Kailasa Punaruddharaka, Shri Kailasa Paramacharya, Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Varya Sachidananda Pranava Swarupa, Shrotriya Brahmanishta, Srimad Jagat Guru, Srila Shri Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swaminam Prityartham, Tesham Padara Vindayoho Bhakti Siddhyartham, Guru Kripa Kataksha Siddhyartham, Shema Stairya Virya Jaira Rogya Aishwaryanam Abhivrudhyartham, Dharmartha Kama Moksha Vidupala Purushartha Siddhyartham, Mama Sama Saduritopasantyartham, Samasta Mangala Praptyartham, Shri Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prasadena Sakutumbasya Jnana Vairagya Jivan Mukti Praptyartham Cha Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhutasya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya cha dhyana shodasopachara sarvopachara archanaradhana pujam prarthanam karishye. Om Ananda Gandha Nilayaya Namaha, Om Bhavaroga Beshajaya Namaha, Om Kalpatarave Namaha, Om
Pashupataye Namaha. Om Pasha Vimochakaye Namaha. Om Bhagyavritti Parivartakaye Namaha. Om Ipsita Paladayakaye Namaha.
Om Bhagyavritti Parivartakaye Namaha. Om Adhivyadi Vinashakaye Namaha. Om Samasta Kalyana Gunanvitaye Namaha. Om Vidadi Purishaye Namaha. Om Shri Kailasa Pataye Namaha. Om Shiva Shakti Swarupaye Namaha. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Om Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatar Bhuta Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Srila Shri Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swamine Namaha. Om Nithyanandam. Let us all enter into the Dhyana Shloka for Devi Parashakti. Sindhuraruna Vigraham Trinayana Manikya Mauli Spurat Taranayaka Shekaram Smitamukhim Apina Vakshoruham Panibhyam Alipurna Ratna Chashakam Raktodbalam Vibhratim Saumyam Ratna Gadastha Rakta Charanam Dhyayet Paramamrikam. Arun, the Divine Mother who is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body, with a triple eye sporting a crown of rubies studded with the crescent moon, a face of all smiles, the splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other one twirling a red lotus. Arunam Karunam Tarangidakshim Dhrutapashangusha Pushpavana Chapam Animadiviravrita Mayukairamityeva Vipavaye Bhavani. I meditate on the great empress. She is red in color, and her eyes are full of compassion, and holds the noose, the gourd, and the bow. She holds the flowery arrow in her hands and is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima for race, and she is the self within me. ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्तां विकसितवदनां पद्मपत्रायदाक्षीं हेमाम्भां पीतवस्त्रां करकलितलसद्येव पद्माम्बराङ्गीं सर्वालङ्कारयुक्तां सततमभयतां भक्तनम्रां भवानीं श्रीविद्यां शान्तमूर्तिं सकलसुरनुतां सर्वसम्पत्प्रदात्रीं. The divine goddess is to be meditated upon as seated on a red lotus with petal eyes. She is golden hued and has lotus flowers in her hand. She dispels fear of the devotees who bow down before her. She is an embodiment of peace, knowledge, and is praised by gods and grants every kind of wealth wished for. Sakumkuma vilepana malika chumbi kasturikam Japantah Sitekshanam Sasharachapa Pashankusham Ashesha Janamohini Marunamalya Bhushambaram Japa Kusuma Bhasuram Japa Vidau Smaredambikam. I meditate on the mother whose eyes are smiling, who holds the arrow, bow, noose, and gourd in her hand. She is glittering with red garlands and ornaments. She is painted with kumkuma on her forehead, and she wears a tent. She is red and tender like the japa flower. I meditate on the mother whose eyes are smiling. The same space. Just a few more minutes, we're going to be having live darshan of Devi Parashakti. Going to be having a very, very, very powerful, extremely powerful and rare Akashic readings that is going to be happening directly for Devi Parashakti person. And now we are going to be entering into the meditation. Please sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Zero. Breathe in and breathe out deep, slow. Start chanting the Mahavakya. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.